So good morning, guys, or grand rising. I hope you woke up refreshed, energized, and ready to tackle whatever the day will bring for you. I hope your weekend was good. Big up yourself, DBS Radio. It's always fascinating to listen to the guys who are currently serving time at the state prison with your annual visit. I saw guys like Ruler and some others. I even saw a Calypsonian, and I'm tempted to ask the superintendent of prison for time for that man to partake in the elimination that will happen this Saturday, the 11th of January at the Windsor Park forecourt. But it's good, the guys are up there, and I hope you guys that are up there, you really ponder, you really do some introspection, at night time you really rethink and tell yourself you're not coming back. But I heard somebody say that that's your 5th trip there. So it's almost as if it's on vacation, you go in there from time to time. But regardless of the circumstances that brought you to the prison, tell yourself, claim it, that when you leave the prison gate, you shall not return at all. I also want to say good morning to a lady I met yesterday. I'm not going to call your name, but you will know it's you that I'm talking about. And you sort of inspired what I'm going to talk about this morning. So have a wonderful day, madam, because today we're going to talk about Crossroads. Very quick and brief little remarks. And I believe you have arrived at a crossroad and you took the right decision. So when you arrive at a crossroad, ladies and gentlemen, basically one road is going left, the other one is going right. What do you do? Well, you should stop, pause, think for a minute, allow God to take over, and He will lead you in the right path. Sometimes the right path may come with a temporary setback, but in the long run, that may be the best decision for you. Or you may take the wrong decision. It may benefit you financially, but cause you a lot of stress, and you will not be there to enjoy the money because it's consumed in hypertensive tablets and medication. So remember, if I were to just quote, there is going to come a point where you have to give up your whole life for one thing, or you have to give up that one thing for a whole other life. You have to decide, and you have to make that decision for yourself, because at some point in your life you are going to arrive at a crossroad. At a crossroad, there is a choice you've got to make. Don't rush to make that decision. Take your time, and as I said, allow the good Lord to just allow you to make that best decision. Pray about it. Don't involve too many persons in your business, but look at it. You're at a juncture where maybe you're feeling pressured, overwhelmed, and whatnot. Where do you go from there? You are at a crossroad. You take the right decision in your interest. So we just thought that or felt that we will talk about Crossroads this morning, following that meeting with this lady that I have never held a conversation with before, yesterday. And she approached me and asked me, "Are you Narin?" I said, "Yes, I'm Narin." Sometimes I just tell people, "No, I'm Naron. It's my brother that is speaking." But it's just cakes. I don't have any twin. I have no twin at all. But madam, you inspired my message this morning, and I want to tell you that crossroad you arrived at, I believe you may have taken the right decision. Continue to keep God in the center, at the front. Yeah? So guys, before we move along, let's listen for just about a minute. We have some news coming in from a station, I believe it's Vantage, Take on the World, and the reporter or the anchor is speaking of some new virus. Let's just listen a little bit.
I hate to say this, but it feels like 2020 all over again. Overflowing hospitals and thousands of patients with flu-like symptoms. China is facing a new health crisis, a new disease outbreak, which looks a lot like the Wuhan virus. And as always, Beijing is sharing no information. They're calling it a pneumonia of unknown origin. They're making it sound like it's just the flu season. We do hope it's just that. But sadly, the pictures tell a different story. Take a look at this. The world cannot afford a repeat of the same mistake. It must remain vigilant about China's latest disease outbreak.
Alright guys, you heard it for yourself. It's an pneumonia-like of unknown origin, but further research has led me to the term HMPV, which is the human metapneumovirus. Something, a flu-like kind of a business, something a COVID-19 family cousin, something like that. And a number of persons, according to the research I did last night, a number of persons are at risk. That's an outbreak somewhere in China, as you would have seen from the display. A number of persons have been hospitalized because it's causing some respiratory issues with the flu-like symptoms. So there's a lot of concerns. Are we going to be caught in another pandemic era again with the wearing of masks, social distancing, and what have you? But as I was saying, it was said that persons at risk are the persons who had an organ transplant, those doing chemotherapy, those with a weak immune system, persons or children aged 5 and under. The common symptoms include the common flu, coughing, runny nose, and whatnot. So right now they're looking at the severity of that virus, the ease of transmission, testing, treatment, whether the COVID-19 vaccine that a lot of us took, whether it's going to be, react positively to that, or will we be asked once again to go under that vaccine business? I know a number of persons have said, not there again. Not there again. You have heard of lawsuits, you have heard a lot of things. I, for one, will be very, 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 very cautious with anything that is going inside my body. Yeah, I will be very, very, extremely cautious with what is going on. So, guys, it's something to pay close attention to. I will share the link in the comment section. It is the let me get the correct name. It is the HMPV, the human metapneumovirus. I may have said something wrong medically. I mean, forgive me, the doctors and nurses out there. HMPV, and we need to look at that one very, very closely. It's originating from Beijing or China, somewhere down there again, and we want to pay close attention. I am really hoping that is just an ordinary flu, cough, but nothing to put us under that heavy manner that we went under with the COVID-19, the lockdown, the curfew, the limitation in terms of your ability to move about, the confinement at home. Check it out, guys. Check it out. Remember, you may have heard it here first, so check it out. And if you're not going to check it out, that is still your choice. You may wait until it comes to your doorstep to research and check it out. Bless the guys. Remember, always put your best foot forward. Give your employer what is due to them, and they should give you what is due to you. You understand? Don't be a coward. Speak your mind when you have to speak your mind. Just be a team player, basically. One love, Dominica. Blessed. Check out the HMPV. Peace out. Yeah.